Putin orders expansion of Russian army to 1.5 million troops.
New blasts in Lebanon kill 20.
A working group to deploy investment in railway routes connecting with China and Laos established.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Zhang, your host. Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a decree to increase the size of his country's military to 1.5 million active service members. This decision has made Russia become the world's second largest.
On the basis of close cooperation between the federal and regional authorities, it is necessary to solve the main task of ensuring that the armed forces are built up from trained and prepared people, and are prepared in terms of personnel.
Putin said at a meeting with defense officials. The move comes as Moscow accelerates its offensive in eastern Ukraine and seeks to push back Ukrainian forces that have seized territory in the border province of Kursk. According to data from the International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS, a leading military advisory organization, such an increase would put Russia ahead of the United States and India in terms of the number of active service troops.
Multiple blasts of pagers used by Hezbollah members detonated in different parts of the Lebanon killed at least 20 people and injured more than 450 others on September the 18th.
Hezbollah officials said this was the second attack targeting electronic devices used by Hezbollah members. This second series of explosions also raised concerns that explosions could happen anywhere, and they could easily injure people nearby. It is not certain that Hezbollah members were holding them when they detonated. It is still unclear who was behind the attack, but Hezbollah has repeatedly said Israel was responsible for it. This was a war crime, Hezbollah added. Meanwhile, Volker Turk, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, called for a deeper investigation into the series of explosions to ensure that everyone can live in safety and peace.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính just signed a decision to establish a working group to deploy investment in railway routes connecting China and Laos.
This is an interdisciplinary coordination organization that assists the Prime Minister in researching, directing, and coordinating the resolution of important, interdisciplinary tasks related to the implementation of planning and investment in railways connecting with China and Laos. The working group is responsible for researching, advising, recommending, proposing directions, solutions, mechanisms, and policies to remove obstacles, to mobilize resources, to accelerate progress, and to successfully organize the implementation of railway lines connecting with China and Laos.
Coming up next are some updated news.
To proactively respond to storm number 04, which is forecast to head towards the coast of Quang Tri Quang Nam and then move inland to the central provinces, the chairman of the People's Committee of Nghe and Province has issued an urgent and official telegram to respond to it. Accordingly, relevant sectors are asked to implement measures to ensure safety for vehicles and activities at sea and along the coast. Complete plans and scenarios should be ready to deal with tropical depressions, storms, floods, landslides, flash floods to ensure the safety of human lives and limit property damages. The related units are required to operate reservoirs, hydroelectric dams, and irrigation works scientifically and safely. The city, districts and towns are required to proactively arrange forces, materials, and vehicles, especially in key areas to be ready to respond to tropical depressions, storms, floods, and rains, rescue and relief when necessary. It is known that in Kishon district, the local authorities quickly assisted people in evacuating from areas at high risk of landslides to save their lives and properties.
In the international market, the price of gold today reached $2,596 per ounce at the opening session, up $30 compared to the previous one. The reason is that the U.S. Federal Reserve, Fed, recently decided to loosen monetary policy after 4 years, by reducing interest rates by 50 basis points, 0.5%, to 4.75 to 5%. However, the price of gold quickly decreased, currently at 2,556 United States dollars per ounce. The difference between domestic and world gold prices is about 5.4 million Vietnamese dongs per tael.
An art exhibition with the theme, The Beauty of Da Nang, has recently opened in Da Nang City with the participation of 20 artists from Ho Chi Minh City, Ho Binh, Thua Thien Hue, Quang Nam Va Da Nang. The artworks not only convey the emotions, love and personal perspectives of each artist towards the natural beauty and the cultural and historical depth of Da Nang, but also contribute to promoting the image of the city to domestic and foreign tourists. The exhibition is open to visitors free of charge at the Da Nang Fine Arts Museum from now until October 10th.
In the context that the central provinces of Vietnam is now dealing with storm number 4, the ability to respond to natural disaster in coastal localities of Nghệ An is considered an urgent issue.
As for coastal areas, whenever low pressure and storms are forecast, in addition to bringing people and boats to shelters, strong adequate shelter infrastructure also plays an important role.
We have a lot of experience, so storm prevention plans have been prepared.
If one strong storm like storm number 3 takes place, the damage will be huge because the shelters for boats are temporary.
After storm number 3, the coastal localities had plans to supplement the remaining or newly arising issues in an attempt to promptly respond to natural disaster and climate change during this year's storm season. In addition, long-term solutions are also needed.
In that situation, the Provincial People's Committee has also proposed that the government should provide Truyen with support in upgrading the entire sea dike system to cope with climate change. If one new superstorm like the storm number 3 hits the province, the entire sea dike system would have been in great danger.
In case of a level 13 storm combined with high tides, according to the prepared scenario, Nghệ An will have to evacuate more than 26,000 people in coastal localities such as Hoang Mai Town, Kain Lu, Dien Chau, Ghi Loc and Kua Lo Town.
It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching and see you next time.